All right, so we do have some stats that have come out for the NCAA's transfer portal. Thought it might be good to just take a couple of minutes and take a look at what they came out with. Kind of shows you some trends of what's coming up. And so this is what we got for 2021 compared to 2022 for the NCAA Division One. For 2021, you had roughly 17,000 student athletes enter the transfer portal. And in 2022, it went up a little bit to about 21,000. I think it's 20,900 and change, something like that, but roughly $21,000. Here's where you got to pay attention is that for the total amount of Division One student athletes, 13% of all Division One student athletes entered the transfer portal, but only 7% were successful in making that transfer. And we'll talk about why that's important. For the women, the top reasons were mental health and conflict with coaches and teammates. And for the guys, mental health with playing time. But really, if you think about it, conflict with teammates, conflict with the coach, frustration with playing time, those will be contributing factors to mental health, I would assume. So really, mental health is a key driver for why student athletes are transferring. So this is why the percentages really make a difference in things we got to think about, is that if 13% entered and only 7% succeeded, that means a certain percentage tried to make the transfer, but they were not successful. And here's where it gets tricky for the student athletes. You got to be really smart about how marketable you are, because if you enter the transfer portal and you're not really objective about how marketable you are, and that includes how good you are on the field, what your academic standing is, and if you have any kind of red flags off the field. So it's academics. Are you good on the field? Any red flags off the field, that impacts your marketability and the coaches that might be out there that want to bring you in or want to blackball you from getting anywhere near the campus. So got to be smart about that. Really got to think it through. Are you really marketable on the field, in the classroom, and any kind of off-field red flags that might come up? Because if you enter the transfer portal and there's no takers, you're stuck at your old school. When they see that you enter the transfer portal, you want to leave, they can drop your athletic aid or reduce it starting the next semester. They can also remove you from the starting lineup, and they can actually remove you from the team. So you got to think that through before you go into that transfer portal, and make sure that you really know how marketable you are, because you can lose your roster spot and you can lose that athletic related financial aid.